Into the night, isn't it, today?
Oh, of course, and we've got the youngest ever Indian fan, 18 months, and she's my daughter's namesake, Aisha. She's laughing away to glory. Did you watch the match with Mama and Baba? Did you watch the match? Did she watch? So you all got her to watch the match from 18 months, is it?
Yeah.
Wow. She went to India-Pakistan game as well. And we won! India! India! So there you have it, an 18-month-old fan. India! Just be a little careful. Just be a little careful with the child. You know, these fans have the most valuable thing now, an Indian win. And they're celebrating to glory. What a day here in London, not a drop of rain. South Africa, the world's #1 team, has been decimated. 191 was no score. Come on, sir. Come on. Come in front. There you have it. There you have it. Fans from all ages. Indian fans celebrating to... Sir, Pakistan नहीं खेल रहा है आज South Africa. हराने दो उसको, आज celebrate करो. So the fact is, amazing, absolutely amazing. Let's push back. You take her out because there's a lot of crowd. You know, this
ask them to leave. Could you ask them?
Keep going, Busak, all through the night.
Boria, I wanted to know if those parents would get the lucky charm to India semi-final and final as well, but I'm guessing they would. They took the child to the India-Pakistan match. India won that, and today we beat South Africa as well.
I'm sure.
But fans there, but Boria, I'm seeing fans there want an India-Pakistan final. They want India to beat Pakistan once again in an ICC tournament.
Oh, absolutely. Do you guys want an India-Pakistan final and us to... Yeah. You know, one second, Himanshu's getting mobbed here. Let me enjoy these scenes. And now the umbrellas have come out, the chhatris have come out. This is absolutely maddening at the Oval. What scenes, what fandom, what passion from these Indian fans, Shobit. Unbelievable. These are the fans who keep the game alive. These are the fans for whom world cricket is alive. Amazing scenes. Well done, sir. Go in front of the camera. Hello. You should go in front of the... Hello. Leave this. Go in front of the camera. Chill. Let me just wear the earpiece. You know, everyone enjoying here, each of these people. Virat Kohli.
Virat Kohli is the man.
India!
Fantastic win. India is the final.
Everyone says India will be in the final. Himanshu, come in front. Himanshu is being pushed back by the fans every inch, and he's having a time of his life. Unfortunately, he's having to hold the camera in this massive crowd, but this is something that each of us will cherish.
Absolutely right. Boria, will come back to you in just a minute as we keep on playing shots from the outside the Oval where India said Nikhil, but I can understand why some of the fans over there want an India-Pakistan final. A lot of emotions involved, but the fans would want to see India beat Pakistan in that final. We've got a great record, but you can understand their sentiments?
Yeah, it's going to be an emotional game. You know, if it's the first game of the tournament, it's a bilateral game. And especially it'll be very special if it's the Champions Trophy 2017 final. Then of course it'll be a more emotional game. It'll be a very high voltage game as well. But let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Absolutely.
We've got Bangladesh to beat. That you could still say we're going to go out there and be competitive and look to beat Bangladesh. But what happens with Pakistan, Sri Lanka, and then they get to the semi-final, and what happens in that game? So let's not get
too many permutations on combinations.
Let's not get carried away. But let's just enjoy Team India making it to the semi-final. We still have a game to go to get to the final.
Absolutely right. Deep, a long way to go yet till the title, but we cannot underestimate Bangladesh like some sections of Indian cricket fans, Indian team or the former players underestimated Sri Lanka. We can't make the same mistake against Bangladesh, isn't it?
We can't. We really can't. If you look at their progress in the last year and a half, they are one of the most improved sides in world cricket. They have a good combination of experience and youth, a lot of young, talented guys coming through. Most importantly, the change in their support staff. Ever since Hathura Singh and Courtney Walsh has taken over as their coaches, a lot has changed in that dressing room. The mindset has changed. They believe in themselves a lot more now. and that is pretty evident the way they've played their cricket in last year. They've, their win percentage is right up there with the best in the world. I understand they've played a lot of games back in their home in Bangladesh, but recently concluded tri-series in Ireland. They defeated New Zealand there as well. So it's not that they just defeated and it was a one-off thing that they did in the last game against New Zealand. They defeated them in that tri-series as well. They defeated Ireland during that tri-series. So, and they're in a good mental space as well. And mind you, they're the underdogs. India goes into that game as favourites, so they've got nothing to lose.
Absolutely spot on there, Deep, and it will be crucial for India to win that semi-final to at least compete in the final and get that trophy home. Now today it was an all-round show by India in the virtual quarter-final against South Africa. The defending champions were excellent in all three departments. Fielding was a concern for Virat's men in the last two matches, but in a do-or-die encounter, the issue was resolved in style. Absolutely, Nikhil, a very quick comment. The Indian fielders today showed that they are, this was not just their best match of this tournament, but probably the best fielding display we've seen in this Champions Trophy.
And it'll only keep getting better. You look at them throw themselves, very athletic. Fitness for this young team India has been phenomenal. Yes, you've had two bad off days in the prior two games, but it was important for you as a team to jump back, learn, and be on top of your game. While this game probably was the most important game in the tournament. Had you lost this game, you were out of the tournament, but everything coming good. You talk about Team India playing together as a team, batting, bowling and fielding, all coming together when it mattered the most, and hopefully they can carry on doing that in the rest of the tournament.
Absolutely, and London today looks like Mumbai, isn't it? It seems like Mumbai Indians was playing a home game, like Nikhil and I were talking before this show. It was a sea of blue, and Boria Majumdar is all there to soak up this victory celebrations. Boria, over to you.
Before I go to the Indian section of the crowd here, I've got one lone lady supporting South Africa. She's not alone, she says, but ma'am, the choker's tag is not leaving you.
It really isn't. It really isn't. They do this every time. And
let's do something. For today, let's co-opt you as an Indian and let's celebrate you being an Indian. Because this section of the crowd is let's do that, come on. Section of the crowd, we started in the morning with them, finish with them. Can we have the dance? Can we have the dance? Wow, wow, wow. So why don't you make her dance? Make her dance for an Indian victory. Come on.
It's about the spirit of the game.
It's about the spirit of the, for sure. For sure. It's cricket is what it is.
Brings people together.
Every sport brings people together. So unfortunately for South Africa, they've not been able to do justice. But the question is, they're a quality side. While we celebrate, we will have respect for the South African side for sure. It's India's day, but South Africa on their day is a very good team, ma'am. So yes, it's been hard, but don't lose heart.
They've got a lot of quality players, but they've just not come together today.
Yes, they haven't. India has just been too good on the day, and that's what matters in sport. It's winner takes all. That is why you're seeing this section of the crowd absolutely hysterical and delirious. So now it's the Dhoni Dhoni chant, the Kohli Kohli chant, the Dhawan Dhawan chant, the Jadeja.
Kohli, Dhawan is back. Dhawan is back. Dhawan, India. Dhawan is back. Dhawan. I love Dhawan. Champions trophy is Dhoni.
आज ये जीत हुई है इंडिया की नहीं, सारा भारत की जीत हुई है. सारा भारत की पहली बार इंडिया ने
इंडिया और भारत में डिफरेंस क्या है?
एक ही है, पर पहली बार 200 रन से बाहर निकाल दिया साउथ अफ्रीका को. वर्ल्ड कप में कभी
अभी साउथ अफ्रीका हर चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी हर वर्ल्ड कप में चोक कर जाता है, आज दोबारा कर गया है. चलिए.
So to be Indian.
Everyone's proud to be Indians, and it's been an absolutely commanding display. It's been great, and there you have it. Can we have the Bhangra? The dance has started, and there you have the color. These people started the show with us in the morning, and they are the ones finishing this off. Look at this. This is central London, here at the Oval, and you see the Dandiya dance going on. Absolutely amazing in front of the Hobbs Gate. What amazing scenes from the Indian section of this crowd. Look at the Dandiya. Look at the Dandiya. They started in the morning at about 8 o'clock, and they are still continuing. The match has gotten over about an hour, 10 minutes back. The passion among this crowd has just not got down, Shobit. Absolutely amazing scenes here at the Oval.
Absolutely, Boria. Quite surprising that so many fans are still sticking around outside the Oval and celebrating India's victory. I'll just come to you. One comment from Deep as well. Deep, let's talk about Indian captain Virat Kohli. A phenomenal innings, but he has taken over, remember, from the most successful Indian captain ever in MS Dhoni. And if Virat has to fill MS Dhoni's shoes, it's crucial for him that he wins this tournament.
Not really. I mean, it's not going to make any difference as far as I'm concerned. It's just the beginning. What you're talking about is, I mean, there's no point comparing MSD. Before that, it was Sourav Ganguly. Before that, it was Mohammad Azharuddin. So, I mean, records are meant to be broken. I'm sure there's somebody else in the future will come and break his records or other records as well. So I'm not going to compare, and I don't think it's going to make any difference whether India wins or loses. I think Dhoni, I beg your pardon, Virat era has started, and it's just the beginning. I mean, he's just started off. It's only been a year and a half as captain, test captain, more recent 6 months ago. So the era has just begun, and I don't think 1 or 2 tournaments going to make any difference. It's the kind of cricket that they are playing. I think India is playing a very aggressive, attacking brand of cricket, which is very refreshing and very good for the fans as well. Because, mind you, these fans are the ones which keep this game going on, and these are the guys that, you know, you play cricket for. As sports person, you play for your fans, and it's very important that you keep them happy. And the kind of attacking brand of cricket that this team is playing is very, very pleasing for the fans like us.
Absolutely right. Boria, the Virat era has just begun. What do the fans at the Oval have to say?
The fans are saying that the Virat era has indeed begun. You know, what they are saying is, we've taken Pakistan out, we've taken South Africa out, now we will take Bangladesh out. And yes, it was aggressive captaincy, as Deep said. India Jeetega is the chant. It is extremely impossible for me to continue with this, because these people have no mood to relent. The party has just started, and yes, the Virat era clearly well and truly on.
इंडिया फिर से एक बार चैंपियन बनेगी. इंडिया का खिलाड़ी का सबका हौसला बुलंद है. We beat the Bangladesh. We beat the England. Anyone team coming? 2018 में इंग्लैंड का टूर है. विराट ऑलरेडी स्टार्ट हुआ है यहाँ पे खेलना. He has to perform. He has to answer the crowd, and we are supporting India. Come on! ફરી એકવાર ભારત આપણું ચેમ્પિયન બનશે. One time more. Thank you very much.
So there you have it. This crowd will not depart. The tube station is behind me. They should make their way, but there's no chance. As long as we on India Today keep going, they will not leave the Hobbs Gate.
Modi, 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 Modi. Sorry.
All right, Boria Majumdar, really finding it difficult to negotiate the crowd, and but it's great to see the Indian fans outside the Oval, and Boria there enjoying the victory celebrations. But Nikhil, yeah, fair that we cannot compare Virat Kohli to MS Dhoni, but at the same time, yes, comparisons are inevitable, isn't it, when you're taking over from someone like that?
Yeah, they'll happen, but I'm sure, Virat has his own style and his own brand of captaincy, and he'd like to lead the team in a particular manner and hopefully surpass Mahendra Singh Dhoni. He'll be looking to create his own path, but I understand where you're coming from. Every single trophy that Virat Kohli picks up, the straightaway comparison will go to Mahendra Singh Dhoni, because he's just let off as captain, and he has been India's most successful captain as well. But I personally feel that I wouldn't like to draw comparisons, because Virat Kohli is a different sort of a cricketer, more aggressive, and he'd like to lead the team in a particular way that he feels fit, and that suits his brand of cricket as well. And that's why you see these youngsters, you see the more agile fielders. He's been able to bring that whole fitness thing into the team as well. So he's got his own style. Once he hangs up his boots, I guess the comparisons will come then.
Absolutely. You know, the current comparisons are only because everyone expects Virat Kohli to do as good as MS Dhoni or even exceed MS Dhoni, which will be amazing for Indian cricket, isn't it? But party is continuing in London at the Oval as India reached the semi-finals of the Champions Trophy. We'll continue to celebrate India's victory. Yes, it turned out to be a super Sunday, isn't it? India made it to the semi-finals of the Mini World Cup and Rafa Nadal won a record 10th French Open title. But let's focus on India's victory over South Africa. A brilliant victory, a complete performance. And Nikhil, we've discussed the batsmen, we've discussed the fielders, but a quick word on our bowlers as well. They came under a lot of flack after their poor display against Sri Lanka, but today they have all stood up and answered the captain's call. And even Ravi Ashwin, it shows how good our bench strength is. Virat Kohli got him included for this match and he delivered.
Yeah, on that particular day, I wouldn't say that you know, they would have come under flack, but seriously, not being able to defend 320 would have hurt the bowlers as well.
Right.
You know, there's nothing happening in these sort of tracks. You know, I'm a little surprised to see these conditions in England, where the ball's not seeming a single delivery right from the word go. Or on the contrary, it's spun a little bit. But going into Birmingham, you know, do we see another change in the 11? Because there, I have a feeling you might see something happening. I guess horses for courses, that's the time where Virat Kohli will take that decision, because against the Bangladesh side, you need somebody with a little express pace so you can surprise the Bangladeshi batsmen as well. So that'll be an interesting call. Does he go with the tried and tested and the 11 that won you the most important game against South Africa, getting you into the semi-final? But yes, clearly from where the bowlers let off against Sri Lanka to now pulling up their socks, very professional. I guess they lost that game, but they lost that game constructively, trying to understand what went wrong, and obviously not looking to repeat the same mistakes, and did better. And that's why they were able to go out there and create a lot of pressure.
Absolutely. Now, Deep, whether Virat Kohli sticks with the winning combination or makes changes for the Birmingham match remains to be seen. However, great by Ravi Ashwin, isn't it, answering the captain's call. In fact, getting India the crucial breakthrough, dismissing Hashim Amla, probably South Africa's best batsman at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he was brilliant. All the bowlers were brilliant. But I think we've got to give credit to the fielding as well. On flat pitches, which Nikhil will agree, as a bowler, what you can do is create opportunities by bowling tight lines and disciplined lines. That's what happened against Sri Lanka as well. But there was these half chances which weren't picked up. But then you have in this game, the half chances were picked up. Apart from that first wicket, there were a couple of runouts. That's where the whole game changed. So it was.
Yes, Deep, go ahead. Or we'll try and reconnect with Deep. But we've got another very special guest joining us on the broadcast. Former India captain Sourav Ganguly is live with us from London, along with Vikrant Gupta. Vikrant, how does Dada rate today's performance? 10 out of 10?
Well, he has to give it 10 out of 10, Shobit. In fact, let me take back Dada to yesterday. We were tense. I was tense. Dada must have been tense as well. I asked him, you weren't?
I don't play, so
I asked him, Dada, what about tonight? He said, we'll meet, we'll be happy, and we'll have a good time. Which means that you could really anticipate that the South Africans will choke and the Indians will peak.
I wasn't tense, to be honest. I don't get tensed anymore because I want to enjoy it. I want to enjoy India winning. I want to enjoy seeing these boys play, because for too long you've been worried about winning and losing. And for once you need to come to a cricket match, talk about it, have fun, enjoy the performances made by the boys, and go. And it was a remarkable performance today. You know, just too professional, and it has just got this team to bigger heights. You know, in terms of confidence. Bangladesh will find it very hard to control this team. And then the final. I presume England will go, because England has been the best side of the tournament so far. They haven't dropped a game. Hopefully they'll beat Sri Lanka or Pakistan in the final and drop the game in the semi-final and drop the final game against India.
Now, I hope we aren't looking far too ahead, because we made the same mistake against Sri Lanka.
We are. How does it matter? You and me won't play. So let's look far ahead.
But the fans were tense. I met the Indian fans who were going inside the Oval. They were tense in the morning. Obviously, they were saying that the Indians will win. But when they came out, nobody had expected that the match would be so one-sided.
No, I didn't expect either. You know, South Africa got a good start, a slow start. They were 121 overs, and 100 for 1,
Yeah.
and that's a decent total. And then they lost 8 wickets for 58 runs to lose this game. You know, 100 for 1 and 21 overs. If India was in that position, India would have got 300. So once the spinners came in, they did not know what to do. So the run-outs happened, and the spinners put on pressure. Jadeja got a wicket, and then the fast bowlers came in. That's how you win cricket matches, and that's why I firmly believe wherever India plays, on any conditions India play, if the wickets are flat, you have to play 2 spinners.
You mean Ashwin's first spell made all the difference? He kept the Sri Lankans under check. They were under pressure as well.
Yes, and with Ashwin at the other end, Jadeja also bowls well.
He bowled well today.
It was a dry pitch as well. But you know, when you see another spinner bowling well from one end, you know, you bowl well from the other end as well.
Obviously 191 wasn't too enough for India's batting to be tested. We knew that the result would be an easy victory with such a low total.
Yeah, absolutely. Unless and until they were 20 for 4, or Rabada or a Mokel would have bowled some absolute beauties, but you know, it did happen. There's nothing for the fast bowlers. Mokel did bowl with pace, Rabada did bowl with pace, but were not good enough. South Africa were mentally weak.
They have been for 25 years.
They've been mentally weak here, and they've been mentally weak against Pakistan in Birmingham as well.
What happens to them? You know, South Africa are the #1 side in the world. They do not win the Champions Trophy or the ICC tournaments. AB de Villiers, the #1 batsman in the world, look at his record in the ICC tournaments.
Yeah, I completely agree.
And he gets run out.
I completely agree. You know, it's not been the best record. You know, to be the #1 batsman in the world, you have to win World Cups, you know, like Ricky Ponting did for Australia, like Steve Waugh did for Australia. Virat Kohli will do for India in the future, maybe this tournament. So, you know, that's how it is, but you know, that's the way captain. He didn't get many runs in this series, 3 matches, did nothing, 16 was his highest, and that's why they're on the flight back to Johannesburg.
To an extent, Dada, the Sri Lankan defeat may have been a blessing in disguise for the Indians.
Maybe.
For the bowling to be regrouped, for the strategies to be redesigned.
Maybe yes. But that's the way it's going to happen. You're going to win some. You're not going to win everything. Last time in 2013, India won everything till even the finals. England are on that roll at the moment. But then you got to find a way to pick yourself up every game, and that's what India did.
Bangladesh in the semi-finals. Again, it is not decided as of now. I think Pakistan, Sri Lanka, if the result is more than 250 runs, maybe one of the two will top the pool, but India will. Bangladesh, easy, relatively different, difficult. What kind of semi-final do you anticipate?
If in terms of quality, if on paper South Africa were a better team
in these conditions,
but their performance were very poor. On paper, Bangladesh are a weaker team than South Africa, but probably will pull up a better fight in India because they have got a good batting, they play spin well, the bowlers have done well, but I'm not too sure whether they're strong enough to beat this rampaging India.
Shobet, Dada's actually given the ticket for the finals to the Indians already.
Absolutely, Vikrant. Thank you so much, and do thank Dada for joining us. When the going gets tough, the tough gets going, and Virat Kohli and company showed the champion team that they are taking India all the way to the semi-finals of the Mini World Cup. I'd like to thank all our guests for joining us.